Welcome back, Truth Seeker. February 19th, 2023. And as predicted, more state sponsored mass shootings by the numbers. Here we are on the 50th day of the year. And today's mass shooting is in Memphis, Tennessee at the Live Lounge. And notice how in Gematria, Live Lounge equals 50. Also equates to 49, like gun control equals 50 and 49. And on both the 49th and 50th days of the year, we've had our state-sponsored mass shooting stories by the numbers. Fittingly, Tennessee is in the time of their 50th governor, going with this shooting coming on the 50th day of the year. Just a couple days ago, it was in Tate County, Mississippi on the 48th day of the year, while they have the 48-year-old governor, Tate Reeves. It was also at the gas station with the 48 Gematria Pier. But in this case, it's 133 days after Bill Lee's birthday, which is exactly 19 weeks on the 19th. And in Gematria, chaos equals 19. Again, if you're new here, this practice of coding numbers into words comes from Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism. The practice of coding numbers into words is called Gematria. There's actually a song out there called Gematria, the Killing Name. But you'll see these same patterns over and over. 19 is a very special number to the Cabal. Again, the term the Cabal comes from Kabbalah. Who's the Cabal? The people who control this nation, really. And then they have puppets like Bill Lee that they put in office. The Cabal are the Jesuits. If you need to be more specific, look into who the Jesuits are. They've controlled this nation from the beginning. They've had this knowledge since the time of the Crusades. They are the military order of the Catholic Church. But today, exactly 19 weeks after his birthday on the 19th, we're still calling it COVID-19, which came 19 years after 9/11 and the 19 hijackers. And that came 19 years after the war on drugs. 19 years later was the war on terror. 19 years later was the war on germs. Again, the Masonic Jesuit motto is order out of chaos. They create the problems and they bring the solutions. And right now the solution is less rights and liberties. Got to take away your Second Amendment. Got to take away your First Amendment. Got to take away your business for the old COVID-19. Got to stay home. We got to lock you down. We got to keep you safe. But the other big thing about the way this Sunday falls, the 50th day of the year, is today's date numerology is 44. Life lesson number of 44. Shooting has that 44 gematria again and again. The same number patterns. 3-6 Mafia out of Memphis. They have the song 44 Killers. MLK killed on 4-4. Malcolm X killed on a date with 44 numerology. JFK was the 35th president, but the 44th term president. Long pattern. Last week's Super Bowl, they had to give you the... last week's Super Bowl was on Abe Lincoln's birthday. The Eagles playing in Lincoln Financial Field, losing the game. But the man who sung the national anthem just happened to be 44 years old and just happened to have the same birthday that was the day in history Lincoln was smoked. Of course, Abraham also equals 44. But again, very predictable news, all by the ongoing agenda that's by the Kabbalistic code of letters and numbers. Keep in mind they're saying 1 dead, 10 injured in Memphis. Kind of a familiar number pattern. We just had Tyree Nichols in the big ritual that was right before the MLK holiday. Again, MLK was killed in Memphis, but they said that he died on 1/10, January 10th. Right before the MLK holiday. Again, MLK killed on 4/4 in Memphis. And, today is 44 days before April 4th. April 4th will be the 94th day of this year. So here we are, a shooting in Memphis on the 44 date numerology, 44 days before the MLK death anniversary. Remember, this year will be the 55th anniversary, just like how the protest for Tyree Nichols was on Interstate 55. They released the same video on the night that Memphis and the Timberwolves became tied 55-55 all-time in the head-to-head in the 110th meeting, kind of like that 110. But yeah, news by the numbers all day, every day. Again, if you're tuned into the news for information, understand what you're doing. You're opening yourself up to psychological-based propaganda that's meant to literally control your mind for the sake of the state's agenda. That's why the news is all negative, and it's why it's all agenda and theme-based. Until next time.